What's up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of Talking Sports with TC, and let's go ahead and get right to it. Tomorrow, the 2023-2024 NBA season kicks off, and today I'm going to do a quick preview. First, I want to talk about the Eastern Conference. A lot of storylines that occurred so far during the offseason in the East. You have the Celtics who made some moves with Drew Holiday in that trade with the Bucks, along with bringing in Kristaps Porzingis in that trade with the Wizards. You have the Philadelphia 76ers, their situation with James Harden. There's been an impasse there with him not showing up for training camp, and the status for the opener this week is in doubt. But the biggest story in the Eastern Conference has to be the trade of Damian Lillard from Portland to Milwaukee. This makes the Bucks the odds-on favorite to win the NBA title. There was a lot of talk with Damian Lillard in terms of if he was going to go to Miami. That was his preferred destination. However, the Heat did not want to give up the assets to bring Damian Lillard in. So the Bucks were not even considered in trade talks with Damian Lillard. But then right before training camp started, they were the surprise team that landed him. That's going to be an interesting pairing with him and Giannis. Now you have Chris Middleton back in the fold. Hopefully he's 100% healthy. You got Brooks Lopez, who can still shoot from the outside as a big man and can also dominate down low. So that's going to be a very interesting pairing with those two. Will they translate into success? That remains to be seen. Now, there are some contenders and dark horses you need to watch out for. The Cavaliers and the Knicks, who surprisingly had good years last year, with a lot of youth and a lot of athleticism, can they duplicate the success that they had last year? Miami is still the defending Eastern Conference champs. With Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo, you can never count them out. Will they be in the mix? There's one team that a lot of folks are not talking about in terms of who might be the dark horse. My dark horse, and yes, I do live in Indiana, and this is not a homer pick. I'm going with the Pacers as my dark horse to make some noise in the East. They did a lot of reconstructing with that roster the last couple years. You got a potential perennial all-star in Tyrese Halliburton at the point. They drafted well with Mathurin 2 years ago and Jarris Walker this past draft. You have depth across the board. You bring in Bruce Brown, who was from the Nuggets, who won that championship with them, and he brings some veteran leadership and solid perimeter defense. The biggest issue that I have with the Pacers is with their health. Can their key players such as Miles Turner, Halliburton, Buddy Hield, can they stay healthy for the majority of the season? When this team is healthy and when they're gelling and when they are engaged, they are going to be pretty tough to beat on any given night. It's not going to be easy out when you play the Pacers this year. If everything comes according to plan, it comes together, then that's the team that everyone's better watch out for. Another team that might make some noise in the East this year, it could be the Orlando Magic. They got all those young pieces in place with Paulo Banchero, the Wagner brothers, and Jonathan Isaacs, and Wendell Carter and Markelle Fultz. Now it's a question of can they be consistent and win enough games to get one of those, if not the top 6 spot in the East, at least some of the play-in spots from 7 to 10 in the East. So this should be very interesting to see what they're going to do. Now, as far as with the East, it's not as strong as it has been this year. It's not as strong as it has been the last couple of years. But with Milwaukee, Philly, Boston, Miami, those are the top 4 teams in the East. Atlanta, Orlando, Atlanta, Chicago, out of all teams as well, too. They can also make some noise as well. So this will be interesting to see what will happen in the Eastern Conference. And I'm so looking forward to having the upcoming season tip off tomorrow. Well, fans of the show, let me know what you think. Do you think that the Bucks are going to win the East and possibly the whole thing in the NBA? Do you think that the Pacers could be the surprise team in the Eastern Conference? And who do you think is going to regress? Will it be the Knicks? Will it be the Cavaliers? Will it be Miami? Let me know what you think and post your comments on youtube.com/talkingsportswithtc. Well, folks, that concludes another episode of this program. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.